Hey everybody, I'm PeanutButterGamer. Hello. It's Halloween, and even though Zelda month is just around the corner, I'm still getting into the spooky spirit. So today I'm gonna do a list that I've always wanted to do.
The top 5 scariest areas
And/or places, / levels, etc.
in video games.
So let's get on with it. Up first, I have the hallway from PT. Before I mention anything else, I need to say this. PT is one of the most cryptic games I have ever played. Absolutely nothing is spelled out for you. Never before have I spent minutes at a time staring at random garbage on the ground or a crack on the wall thinking that legitimately might be what I'm supposed to be doing. But back to the hallway. It's just that, a normal hallway in a normal house, and the whole game takes place inside of that hallway looped over and over repeatedly. And all the puzzles are solved simply by closely observing every little part of this hallway and noticing what's different or missing the next time you walk through it. That alone makes this particular area memorable. And there's just something about it taking place in a simple hallway. There's something relatable about it, and that's what makes it scary. Nearly everyone has walked around their house late at night feeling as if there was something or someone watching them. And that freaking coat hanger! I swear it scares me every time. Oh yeah, and the ghost lady's pretty spooky too. I guess. Pokemon is not a very scary game. I mean, most of what you do in Pokemon is walk around to happy music, punch birds in the face, and beat up little children's pets and take their money. It's not even that hard most of the time. I mean, in this playthrough, I basically just used my Squirtle grandpa the whole time, and he completely stomped everyone he came across with little to no problems. But every now and then, they add a really creepy area or Easter egg, and the most prominent of them all, you saw it coming before you even clicked on this video, is Lavender Town. Lavender Town is home to the largest Pokemon graveyard in the game. It's also home to one of the most notorious and creepy theme songs ever made. The song alone makes walking around in Lavender Town pretty spooky, but some of the inhabitants certainly add to the scary atmosphere as well. Especially the channelers. You shall join us. Give me blood. Okay. And probably my favorite, zombies. Just zombies. In her head, zombies, 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 hey, hey, hey. But one of the freakiest things about Lavender Town has nothing to do with the actual game itself, but some of the stories and creepypastas made up by fans. One of the freakiest being Lavender Town Syndrome. The idea of the story is that the original Japanese version of the song had excessively high frequencies that only young people could hear. And these frequencies affected their brain in some way and caused depression and even suicide in many cases. But you guys know me, I'm not one to fall for such nonsense, such gobbledygook. There's absolutely no proof that anything like that could ever happen. Oh no. No! 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 M. Night Shyamalan! It's all your fault! M. Night Shyamalan! Disclaimer, don't put guns up to your head and shoot guns and have guns and kill people. Got you, now you can't sue me. Up next, I have a combination of 2 consecutive levels in Silent Hill 2, Toluca Prison and the Labyrinth. To enter Toluca Prison, the main character, James Sunderland, has to take a leap of faith down a giant hole. And what is he rewarded with for his bravery? Eddie Dombrowski.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head, pow.
Eddie, come on, we just went over this. Don't put guns up to your head and shoot guns and have guns and kill people. I'm gonna gonna get a bunch of angry emails now.
I was just joking, James.
Oh, you were just kidding? I guess it's fine then. Dear every email, it was all a joke and that makes it okay. Love, Eddie. He's a super trustworthy guy and you totally probably don't even get into the clumsiest looking gunfight in the world with him later, I bet. Everything's good.
Eddie? Eddie?
Are you okay, man? I mean, I know I shot you with a shotgun a bunch of times, but you're good, right? The prison is full of scary enemies, atmosphere, banging, and even some creepy chanting from some unseen enemies known as the prisoners. But the prison serves as more of a build-up to the next area, the labyrinth. You begin to come across even more holes you need to jump down, and eventually even a giant elevator. You ride the elevator down for a very long time. It's an almost excessive amount of symbolism, as if you're descending further and further into madness, or perhaps even hell itself, however you want to look at it. But perhaps the scariest part of these areas are all the other people that you come across in cutscenes. The other characters are always pretty weird, but in these chapters they begin to act even more bizarre and occasionally even violent towards you. After all, Silent Hill is more of a psychological horror game than anything else. It's not so much the kind of game that's so scary you feel like you can't continue playing, but rather the kind of game you play for a few hours and then find yourself feeling odd or even paranoid for the rest of the day. In fact, after I got all the footage for this video, I went out to get some food and couldn't help but look at everything in a different way. Places and buildings I'd seen hundreds of times without a second thought almost seemed warped and disturbing. Almost as if I was in a completely different world that only mirrored the world I was used to. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but it's just the kind of thing that playing Silent Hill does to you. It messes with your mind in the best sort of ways. Up next, we have the prison from Amnesia. This area shares some similarities from the last topic, not just because it's also a prison, but because it starts out with a long descent in an elevator. A very nice and lovely descent that will leave you feeling peaceful, as if nothing bad could ever happen. Amnesia is one of the scariest games I've ever played, and one of the few games that scared me so much that I had a hard time pressing forward at many points during my first playthrough. Most of the early sections simply build up tension. There's plenty of frightening set pieces and incredibly disturbing atmosphere, but not too many things that can actually reach out and kill you. That is, until you get to the prison. If you can't already tell from the footage of this video, the dungeons are very dark. There's plenty of torches you can light, but while they will help you see and help you keep as much of your sanity as possible, they're also a double-edged sword because of the many grunts that patrol the area. The more torches lit, the easier it is for them to see you. The easier it is for them to see you, the more likely it is for you to be trapped and have dead happen to you. And that brings up one of the other scary things about the prison, all of the dead ends. Not only is there a lot of danger, there's very few places to run if/when you get spotted. And it only gets creepier when the realization of exactly what this prison was used for slowly starts to sink in. Of course, you'll probably be too busy to think much about that, considering you'll be running away from these guys, hiding behind dead pigs holding a plate for some reason. I don't even know why I picked this thing up in the first place, so just gonna set it down here. Whoops. Depth perception, my worst enemy! You know, except for that guy, I guess. I've talked about this before, but aliens have always scared me since I was a kid. So it's probably not a huge surprise that my #1 scariest area in video games is Sevastopol Station from Alien Isolation. I'm normally more afraid of the classic gray alien with big heads, eyes, and a uniform look, but I can't think of too many examples of that in video games, at least not ones that are actually scary. But other than the grays, the aliens that scare me the most are definitely the xenomorphs from the Alien franchise. While there are some good alien games out there, you'd be hard-pressed to find one that matches the uneasy, agonizing, as well as occasionally intense fear that the movies depict, as well as Alien Isolation. The biggest contributing factor to this is the actual alien. The whole game you feel as if you're being hunted because, well, you are. Very few games have caused me to feel this much dread for such a long period of time. The alien is out there. You can't always see it, but you can hear it. And when you do see it, you'll really wish that you weren't seeing it. No, thank you. But getting back to the actual area of Sevastopol. While you don't always get a whole lot of varied types of settings, the actual station obviously had a lot of effort put into it, and a lot of scenes feel as if they came straight out of the movies.
It's the ideal setting to be spooked and haunted by a perfectly evolved killing machine. Sevastopol Station. Enjoy your stay.
But I guess it is kind of cheating to pick what is basically the entirety of Alien Isolation as one area, so I'll narrow it down to just the nest. One of the first things you see when you walk into the nest is a guy hung on the wall with a giant hole on his chest, so you know that everything's gonna be fine and you don't need to worry about anything, except for maybe this. Now, I'm not an expert on beeps, but I'm pretty sure those beeps are not good beeps to be beeping, so you should probably get the out of there as fast as you can. Yes, that's right, it's at this point that you realize there's not just one alien, there's a lot of them. And they are all around you and could be basically anywhere and everywhere you turn. So yeah, if you will excuse me, I think I found my new home right here in this box. I'm not leaving. I'm serious. Bye-bye! This episode of Peanut Butter Gamer is brought to you by Crunchyroll.com. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. I'd like to take a few very spooky seconds to thank our sponsor for this episode, Crunchyroll.com. Do you like anime and things like that? Well then sign up for a free 30-day trial of Crunchyroll Premium using the link below, crunchyroll.com/pbgamer. With the trial you can watch tons of anime ad-free in 1080p like One Piece, Naruto, The Asterisk War, and Young Black Jack. And speaking of spooky, you can watch The Perfect Insider, or should I say, The Perfect Halloween anime. That's a good one. And they even have a large library of manga to read as well. So use the link in the description below to get your free 30-day trial if you are so inclined, and have a very spooky Halloween. Thanks. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you want to see a little more of Alien Isolation, I actually played through the nest on my gameplay channel. You can click right here to watch that. If you enjoyed this video, then why not subscribe to see more videos? You can also click that like button, leave me a comment, a favorite, and all that stuff. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate it. Or why not follow me on Facebook and Twitter? Oh, golly gee, it's just so many things to offer. I have nothing. I have nothing else, actually. That was it. Also, here's another video you can watch right here. But other than that, that's it. Bye-bye! Oh yeah, also Zelda month is coming. It starts this November, so hope you're excited about that. Bye-bye again!